Hi and magandang buhay mga engineers. So sa tutorial na to, in this video tutorial, ang pag-uusapan natin is about viscosity, which is isang property ng fluid and kung ano nga ba or saan should I say, so kung saan nga ba ginagamit ang fluid and how does viscosity affects the property ng fluid and paano natin siya ginagamit. So, bago yun, pag-usapan muna natin ang viscosity. So, when we say viscosity, it is a property of a fluid which offers resistance to the movement of one layer of fluid over another adjacent layer. So, yan yung sinasabi natin na kapag meron kayong, say example, meron kayo ditong container in which yung container na yon is fixed or meron kayong surface, ayan, say example, dito yung surface nyo, may surface kayo dyan. So, yung magiging distribution ng free stream velocity ng fluid natin is magiging paganyan, parang paganan yung itsura ng fluid natin. In which, kung consider natin yung layer dito sa pinakataas, say example, meron tayong layer here on the most upper portion or dun sa pinakataas na part ng fluid natin. For example dyan, may layer tayo dyan. And syempre, meron tayong velocity u. Okay, so we have a velocity u pagdating dito sa part na to. Now, kung papansinin nyo, habang bumababa dito sa baba, pababa tayo dito with respect to y or yung height or the distance from the surface, yung velocity natin is paliit ng paliit. Dito sa part na to, ayan, liliit siya dyan sa part na yan, tapos dito rin. Yan. So, paliit ng paliit yung velocity distribution natin. In which, ang nangyayari kasi dyan is, yung velocity, dyan sa part na yan, nagkakaroon ng tinatawag natin na velocity gradient. In which, ang velocity gradient niyan is nagkakaroon ng resistance yung fluid natin galing sa layer na to, sa pinakataas na layer na to, dito sa part na to, hanggang dito sa layer na sumunod natin. Magkakaroon siya ng resistance dyan sa in between. In between dito sa gitnang to, sa part na yan, magkakaroon ng resistance. Now, yung resistance na yan, in which siya yung magde-determine ng lapot ng fluid natin, tinatawag natin siya as viscosity. Now, since nagkakaroon ng shear stress dyan, related ang viscosity and yung velocity gradient natin, they are related in which pag pinagsama natin silang dalawa, ang kakalabasan nito is yung shear stress natin or makukuha natin yung shear stress natin na nandyan in between dun sa dalawang layer ng fluid natin. So, knowing that shear stress is directly proportional to the velocity gradient natin, which is yung du over dy, okay? So, yung du over dy natin is our velocity gradient and itong gradient na to is ito yan, yung nandito sa pababa na to. Kasi with respect to y, yung u natin nag-iiba-iba. Ayan, halimbawa kung ito yung y natin, ayan yung thickness ng boundary layer, iba yung velocity natin dyan. Iba rin yung velocity natin dito sa part na to kasi naka-gradient yung velocity natin. Now, para malis natin yung proportionality symbol, papalitan natin yan ng equal and then magmumultiply tayo ng ating constant of proportionality. This time, ang mu na yan is tinatawag natin siya as the dynamic viscosity. Kung kukunin natin yung unit ng dynamic, knowing that tau is equals to mu times du over dy, mu equals to tau over du over dy. So, di ba ang shear stress natin, ang unit nito in SI is Newton per meter squared kasi stress is force over area. All over, ang unit ng velocity is meter per second over ang unit naman ng change in y natin since length yan is naka-meter. So, ito na yung magiging unit analysis natin. So, itong meter, itong isang meter at isang meter dito magmo-multiply. So, magigitong Newton, ito rin, magmo-multiply rin to. Ito at ito magmo-multiply. Tapos ito at ito magmo-multiply dun sa denominator. So, magigitong Newton per meter cube per meter second. Okay, so mangyayari na magiging ito itataas doon, Newton meter second per meter cube. So makakancel yung meter, matitira na lang is Newton second per meter squared. So yan ang unit ng dynamic viscosity natin. And knowing that Newton per meter squared is Pascal, that is equivalent to Pascal second ang unit natin in SI. So this is in SI. So in CGS naman, or centimeter gram second, ang unit nito, di ba ang unit ng dyne, ay ang unit ng Newton, equivalent unit ng Newton in CGS is dyne second per, ang equivalent naman ng meter is cm squared. Now, ang equivalent naman ng dyne times second per cm squared is poise. Ayan, poise. So, which is, ang sinasabi natin, 1 poise or pwedeng capital P that is equal to 0.1 dyne second per meter squared. Wait, check ko lang. Okay, so mali, hindi pala to dyne. Kasi dito yung ginamit natin. Yung Newton second per meter squared. So yan yung equivalent ng 1 poise natin. So, alalahanin ang conversion na yan and yung mga units ng mga properties of fluids na ito. So, meron tayong isa pang uri ng viscosity which is tinatawag naman natin siya as the kinematic viscosity. So, ang tawag naman natin dyan is kinematic viscosity. Ito naman related to dun sa dynamic natin. Meron kasing relationship ang dynamic viscosity and yung density natin. May relationship yung dalawa. In which, ang symbol naman ng kinematic viscosity is yung V is equals to our kinematic divided by the density. So, kunin naman natin yung unit naman nito. So, ang magiging unit naman nito is, di ba ang unit ng mu natin or dynamic is Newton second per meter squared. Over ang density natin na kilogram per meter cube. Kasi mas over volume ang density, di ba? Tapos ito at ito magmumultiply, tapos ito at ito magmumultiply sa numerator. Magiging na tong Newton second times meter cube per kilogram meter squared. So, ang Newton, ang equivalent ng Newton is kilogram meter per second squared times second times meter cube over kilogram meter squared, sorry, over kilogram meter squared. So, makakancel yung kilogram, yung meter squared, ika-cancel yung isang meter dito, tapos ika-cancel yung isa, bali may matitira pang dalawa. Tapos yung second na isa, ika-cancel nito. So, ang matitira is naka-meter squared per second ang unit ng kinematic viscosity natin. So, kinematic viscosity V is equals, ang unit nito is naka-meter squared per second. Now, meron din tayong CGS units nito which is yung tinatawag natin na strokes. Itong unit na to, this is in SI. So, ang CGS units nito is 1 stoke is equals to 10 raised to negative 4 meter squared per second. Meter squared per second. Kasi ang CGS unit nito is naka-centimeter squared per second. Okay, so naka-centimeter squared. 1 stoke is equal to 1 centimeter squared per second. So, yung meter, gagawin nyo lang centimeter. So, yun yung pagkakaiba ng kinematic viscosity natin and dynamic viscosity. So, we will use this sample. We will use these two formulas ng viscosity natin pagdating dun sa mga sample problems natin. Okay, so we have an sample problem here. Example number 1. A distance between the moving plate and fixed plate is 0.025 mm. The velocity of the moving plate is 60 centimeter per second squared. This is 60 centimeter per second squared. Ang pinapahanap sa atin is and it requires a force of 2 Newton meter squared in shear stress para mapagalaw natin yung moving plate ng 60 centimeter per second. So, pinapahanap yung viscosity ng fluid between the plates. So, siyempre, in solving, sulat muna natin yung mga given. Sabi dyan, meron daw tayong dalawang plate. Okay, ito yung isa. Ito yung isa. So, yan yung ano natin. Ito na lang yung sa ilalim na lang yung fixed plate natin. Here is the fixed plate. Meanwhile, ito yung moving plate natin. Say example, it moves in this direction. Yan, sa direction na yan. And yung force required to move in this direction is 2 Newton per meter squared. So, yung fluid natin is in between. Nandito, sa part na yan. Nasa gitna ng dalawang fluid. And sabi, yung distance daw ng dalawa na plate natin is 0.025 mm or millimeters. Okay? So, once na nag-apply daw tayo ng ganitong force, makukuha natin yung velocity nitong moving fluid in which yung magiging velocity u na niya is equals to 60 centimeter per second. So, knowing na yung required dito is the viscosity dynamic mu. So, kasi yun yung pinapahanap sa atin yung shear stress or yung viscosity ng fluid na ilalagay natin dito. Kung ano nga ba yung lapot ng fluid na specific para dyan. So, knowing na yung formula for mu is equals to the shear stress divided by change in velocity over change in distance or yung dy nung dalawa. So, since meron naman na tayo ng mga given na yan, in which itong du natin is the change in velocity, lagay ko dito, change in velocity of the fluid, ng fluid yan and ito naman is the change in distance. So, kung titingnan nyo, the change in velocity, syempre, it will start from hindi pa gumagalaw kasi fixed yung fixed pa yung plate na yan. Nung nandyan pa yan, hindi pa tayo nag-apply ng force, hindi pa yan gumagalaw. So, 0 yung velocity natin dyan. Meanwhile, kapag pinagalaw na natin, gagalaw siya or magkakaroon siya ng velocity na 60 cm per second. And yung distance natin, ito na yung distance. Kasi mula dun sa first particle ng fluid na naandito sa ilalim up to dun sa last particle na nandun sa pinakataas ng fluid natin. Saglit. Okay, so yun yung magiging distance natin. So, substituting yung mga values na yan, mu equals to the shear stress natin, which is yung force na 2 Newton per meter squared over mu equals 2 Newton per meter squared over. Ang du natin is our change in velocity. Ang change in velocity is from 0 up to 60 centimeter per second. So, 60 minus 0, this is in centimeter per second. And our change in distance is from 0 up to 0.025 mm. So, 0.025 minus 0, this is in mm. So, we need first to convert itong centimeter into meter. Kasi, di ba, naka-meter ito eh. And knowing that 1 meter is 100 centimeter. And ito rin na nandito sa baba, kailangan din natin itong i-convert. 1 meter is 1,000 mm. So, habaan na lang natin ito. Okay? So, ang mangyayari is, kunin na lang natin yung calculator para mas madali. So, 2 over. So, may over pa dito. 60 minus 0, still 60 over 0.025. Minus 0, yan pa rin. Kailangan, since mas mahaba ito, itong fraction bar na naan dito, kailangan, pagdating dun sa calculator natin, mas mahaba yung nandyan sa taas. Ayan o, mas mahaba yan as compared to this one. Para hindi tayo nagkakamali. So, ang magiging sagot natin is 8.33 times 10 raised to negative. Ay, wait. May conversion pa pala tayo. Nating kalimutan. Times 1 over 100 over. Yung conversion naman nito na 1 over. Ay. 1 over. Ay, mali. Ito na yung over. Ito. 1,000. Equals. Makukuha natin yung sagot natin as 8.33 times 10 raised to negative 5. So, this is mu is equals to 8.333 times 10 raised to negative 5. So, unit analysis tayo. Makakancel yung cm, makakancel yung mm. Ito, nasa numerator din to. Ayan, makakancel yung 2 meter. Itong second, since nasa denominator of a denominator, tataas, magmumultiply sa Newton. So, ang matitira na lang is Newton second per meter squared, which is yun yung unit natin for dynamic viscosity. So, therefore, ang unit nito is naka-Newton second per meter squared or in Pascal second. Parehas lang naman yan. So, ito, this is already accepted naman as our final answer. Or kung ililipat naman natin into poise, knowing that 1 poise is equals to 0.1 Newton second per meter squared. Pwede rin naman kasi nating i-convert to. Multiply natin to ng 1 poise is 0.1 Newton second per meter squared. Para makancel ito, ang makukuha natin is naka-poise. Sige. Ang final answer tuloy natin is in poise. So, i-divide lang natin itong sagot natin by 0.1. So, ang sagot is 8.33 times 10 raised to negative 4. 8.333 times 10 raised to negative 4 points. So, ito yung ating final answer for mu. Okay? Another example. So, another example. Example number 2 tayo. A flat plate of area of 1.5 by 10 meters square at 1.5 times 10 raised to 6 meters squared is pulled with a speed of 0.4 meter per second relative to another plate at a distance of 0.15 mm. From it, find the force and power required to maintain this speed if the fluid separating them has a viscosity of 1 poise. Okay. So, meron daw tayong ulit dalawang plate pero this time may area na. So, drawing na lang din ulit natin. So, given yan yung isang plate natin. Ito yung isa. So, itong plate daw natin na to is hihilahin natin. We will pull this. And yung area is equals to 1.5 times 10 raised to 6 millimeter squared. Okay? So, pag hinila daw natin to, ang bilis nito is 0.4 meter per second. And yung distance between them, 0.15 mm. Find the force and power required. Okay? So, may given tayo na viscosity which is 1 poise. So, syempre, ang solution nito, gamit ulitin natin yung poise natin. Kasi ang required dito is yung force and power. Yung force, makukuha lang naman natin yan dun sa shear stress equals sa viscosity natin, knowing that viscosity is equals to the shear stress over the velocity gradient. So, meron naman tayong change in velocity which is yung 0.4 and 0. And yung change in distance naman natin is itong 0.15. Since yan yung distance natin dito sa dun sa nung dalawang component natin or yung thickness ng fluid natin. So, makukuha natin, ito given, makukuha natin yung shear stress natin, which is shear stress equals to mu times du over dy. So, palit natin, shear stress equals to 1. Ang equivalent ng poise is Newton, 1 poise. Sulat natin, 1 poise. Times, ang conversion nito is, di ba, 1 poise is 0.1 Newton second per meter squared. So, yan ang 1 poise natin. Times du. Ang du natin is 0.4 meter per second over our dy na 0.15 mm. Times, convert natin ito. Ito nandito sa ilalim. Ba natin ito. Convert natin ito. 1 meter, 1,000 baliktad, sorry. Sa ilalim yung 1,000. 1 meter, 1,000 mm. So, maka-cancel out yung mm. Itong meter, maka-cancel. Itong poise, maka-cancel. Itong second, maka-cancel. So, ang matitirang unit natin is Newton per meter squared. Tama? Since ang hinahanap natin is sorry. Since ang hinahanap natin is shear stress. So, matitirang unit is Newton per meter squared. So, calculator. So, 0.1. Di ko na isama tong 1 at 1 na to since ano naman, 1 naman na yan. Times 0.4 over 0.15. So, i-divide ko na lang ang 0.15 ng 1,000 since may over 1,000 tayo dyan. Close. Then, equal. Makukuha natin yung force natin as 266.67. 266. 266. 266.67. Okay, so gawin nating 3 decimal places. 667 Newton per meter squared. So, hindi pa yan ang final answer natin since ang hinahanap is the force. Since we all know sa statics natin that shear stress equals force over area, kasi di ba may given naman tayo na area kanina which is 1.5 times 10 raised to 6 mm squared. So, pwede natin gamitin ito para makuha natin yung force. And force is equals to the shear stress times the area. So, ito yung gagamitin natin na formula. So, ang mangyayari, magigitong equal to our shear stress na 266.667 Newton per meter squared. Multiply natin nung area na, ilan yun? 1.5 times 10 raised to 6 mm squared. 1.5 times 10 raised to 6 mm squared. Tapos, i-convert natin yan into meter. We all know that 1 meter is 1,000 mm. So, para maging squared yan, i-square natin lahat. Para ito, magiging squared yan, and ito, magiging squared. And ito, erase din natin sa 2. So, ang mangyayari is, itong mm squared, makakancel na yan. And ito, meter squared yan ha, kasi i-erase natin sa 2. Makakancel yan. Ang matitira na lang is naka-Newton. So, makukuha natin yung force natin F, which is equal to this answer. So, yung answer na yan, i-multiply na lang natin to ng 1.5 times 10 raised to 6 times 1 over 1,000 squared. Press equal, makukuha natin yung force natin which is equal to 400 newtons. So, ito na yung sagot natin for the force kanina na hinahanap. And yung isa pang required is the power. So, yan yung power na required. So, since we have force, and ang gagamitin naman natin na formula dito, power equals to the force times the velocity. Diba? Power equals to the force times velocity. U ang gagamitin natin na velocity. Tandaan, U is velocity ha. U is velocity.
And para makuha yung power, yung 400 Newton, i-multiply natin ng velocity kanina. We have 0.4 meter per second. 0.4 meter per second. Tumakuha natin yung power. Ang unit nito is Newton meter per second. Newton meter per second, o di ba equivalent na to sa watts. So yan ang unit natin for power. So itong 400, i-multiply natin to ng 0.4. So makukuha natin yung sagot as 160. Meron tayong 160 Newton meter per second or 160 watts. Parehas lang yung sagot dyan. So, yan yung sagot natin for example number 2. And example number 3, isa pa. So, here's now the example number 3. Find the kinematic viscosity of an oil having a density of 981 kilogram per meter cube. The shear stress daw from a point in oil is 0.2452 Newton per meter squared and the velocity gradient of a point is 0.2 per second. So, pinapahanap sa atin is the kinematic viscosity. Now, given sa problem, we have the density rho, which is 981 kilogram per meter cube. We also have the shear stress, which is 0.2452 Newton per meter squared, and we have the velocity gradient, yung du over dy yan, na velocity gradient, which is equal to 0.2 per second. 0.2 per second. Yan yung velocity gradient natin. Okay? So, syempre, solution, madali na lang to. Since meron naman tayong formula for, kasi ang pinapahanap is the kinematic viscosity. Ayan. Meron naman tayong formula for kinematic viscosity which is equal to the dynamic over the density. Ang problema natin, wala tayong dynamic. So, gamitin natin yung formula natin for dynamic na shear stress over du over dy. So, gamitin natin muna ang formula na to. So, dynamic is equals to shear over du over dy, which is equal yung shear natin na 0.2452 Newton per meter squared all over our velocity gradient na 0.2 per second. So, yung per second is tataas doon. Magmumultiply sa Newton. Kaya magigaya na Newton second per meter squared ang unit natin. Okay, ang unit ng velocity gradient is per second lang. Pag naka per second, gradient yan. Clear natin? 0.2452. So, divided by 0.2 per second. Ayan. So, equal. Kukuha natin yung sagot natin dyan as 1.226 Newton second per 1.226 Newton second per meter squared. And then, saka natin to gamitin para makuha naman natin yung kinematic. So, meron naman tayong given na density na 981. So, solving for kinematic, we have mu over density. So, 1.226 Newton second per meter squared all over density na 981 kilogram per meter cube. So, Kinematic, ano nagiging unit nito? Naka-meter squared per second. So, yung 1.226, i-divide natin yan ng 981. So, we will divide this 1.226 answer over 981. Makuha natin yung sagot na 1.249 or 1.25 times 10 raised to negative 3. 1.25 times 10 raised to negative 3 meters squared per second. Now, i-convert natin to it into Stokes, in which, di ba, sabi natin, no conversion natin nun, 1 Stoke is 10 raised to negative 4 meter squared per second. Meter squared. Kung makakancel yung meter squared per second, may iwan is Stokes. Kinematic viscosity is equals to, so itong sagot na to, i-divide na lang natin ng 1 times 10 raised to negative 4. O, yan lang din naman yan. 1 times 10 raised to negative 4 yan. Or 10 raised to negative 4, parehas lang din naman. Ito kasing e na yan, exponent yan. Or 10 raised to negative 4, parehas lang yan. Makakuha natin yung sagot natin, which is 12.49 or 12.5 Stokes. So, yan yung sagot natin sa kinematic viscosity. So, I hope na may natutunan about this property of fluid natin, which is about viscosity. So, thank you and good luck, engineers.